Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia.
I'm Nathan.
And I'm Jarrett.
And welcome to episode 223 of Adventures and Mousecapades. This week, we've got Jarrett back on our show. Last November, you heard about his family's first Disney World trip, and they also did their first Disney cruise earlier last year, too. Now, they've completed the domestic trifecta and taken their family to the happiest place on Earth, Disneyland.
Yeah, so since we've talked with Jarrett a little about their other Disney first, we thought we'd chat about crossing Anaheim off that list too. So welcome back, Jarrett. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me. I hope I can entertain.
If you just dance a little and you're not wearing the hat that we sent you. I don't understand.
My son took it.
Those darn kids.
And actually, we try to put hats on the kids every time we go to Disney or Ears, and they take them off immediately. Today was crazy hat day at school, and my youngest wore his Mickey Mouse hat the entire day. So,
of course, when you're not at Disney.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
cool.
how it works. That's how it works.
Perfect.
Well, to start off, what was the draw of heading to Disneyland with your family? This was a last-minute trip, right?
it was kind of last minute. When we went to Disney World, we had booked our tickets on Southwest through a promotion that if we completed the travel in that certain time, we would have companion passes during this time. And so our companion passes were starting to close, and we're trying to figure out what to do. And so my wife just got it in her head to do Disneyland and get it crossed off the list. So we booked it last minute and took off and went.
Nice to have those forcing functions involved that, gosh, I guess we'll do a vacation. No. Okay.
I mean, we took a vacation to get the perk, and then we can't just let the perk go without taking another vacation.
Exactly. Remind us how old your kids are right now.
My oldest is 5 and my youngest is 2. He'll turn 3 in May. So almost to 3.
Got it. So having been to Disney World within the last year, what were your expectations about what Disneyland would be like?
I think you guys had warned me that it was definitely going to be smaller, especially like when you see the castle and whatnot. Personally, I wasn't nearly as intimidated this time because going to Disney World and not knowing anything, like I was too intimidated to even know where to start. There were so many parks. I don't want to say I was a pro because I've only been to one park, right? But I felt more comfortable with what was about to happen. Did a little bit more research, and since it was smaller, it didn't feel nearly as intimidating.
Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to it.
Where did you all stay? Were you on property or at a Good Neighbor hotel?
We were, I'm guessing, a Good Neighbor hotel. It was like a 10-minute walk. Courtyard Marriott, which I do have a story about for probably later.
Okay.
About that one. But
hit us up now. We love tangents. Let's go. Left turn at Albuquerque. Let's do it.
So for the most part, the stay was great.
Yeah.
They were, we were in the room very little. The few interactions we had with the workers there, very friendly, very helpful. However, as we were leaving, we booked our Uber to take us to the hotel, and we thought we had like 15 minutes.
Yeah. This was to the airport, rather?
Yes, this was to the airport.
Yeah.
On the way home. We got a notification after 2 minutes that he was like 2 minutes away.
Oh.
My son had been in his Boba Fett costume that he had gotten for Christmas the entire time. And as soon as we were like, all right, we need to go, he's like, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
no. Had to get him out of his costume, took him to the bathroom. I'm grabbing everybody's bags. Mom's pushing the stroller and getting the kids.
Right.
We get into the Uber. We get all the way to the airport, which was 45 minutes, right? Because we're flying out of LAX.
Yeah.
And I realized that we did not have my son's pillow that he's had since he was 1 year old. And it's been his best friend. We called the hotel immediately.
Yeah.
We'd only been gone 45 minutes. We told them. They said they keep an eye out. It's gone. I mean, there's nowhere else it could be. They haven't ever found it. I called every day for 2 weeks until they were finally like, "Sir, if we find it, we will call you. Please stop calling me."
Oh,
So I don't understand how it could have gone missing,
yeah.
because it was in the room. It's just everything had gotten so crazy. Yeah.
That's too bad.
Luckily, he's dealt with it pretty well. And he asked me the other night, but he didn't cry. But like when we got home, also our flight was 3 hours delayed, so we didn't end up getting home till like midnight with the kids. And so when he found out that he realized he had left his pillow, it was very traumatic. So
Yeah. Yeah. Poor kiddo.
We've had some experience doing that.
yeah,
It's fun.
it's a rite of passage, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ours was a little kitten stuffed animal named Pretty Kitty.
It was mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still traumatized about it. I'm
Still
sure. Yes,
traumatized.
yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, how long was your stay?
We were in California for 4 days. We
Okay.
went to Disney for 2 of those.
Okay.
We had some friends that lived there, so we hung out with them the first day.
Nice. And then did you do like one day in each park? Did you do park hopper? Like what was the ticket situation?
We were recommended to do the park hopper, but I'm glad we didn't. We just
Okay.
took one park a day, saved some money because especially with the kids, I felt like it would have been way too much to try to
With the
do
young,
everything.
with that age. Yeah.
We lucked out because we did. I don't remember the Disneyland proper, not the California Adventure, but we did that the first day, and we definitely maximized our time. I don't know what I can really say about California Adventure because it rained the entire day. But from what we did do, it felt a little smaller. Like felt like there was a little less to do there. But again, we didn't get to explore and do everything. So you guys might have better recommendations on if you should get the park hopper and go back and forth. Like
Well, I think the park hopper can help if you have more than 2 days there. And I say that because it allows you to, spend a day in one park, spend a day in another park. And then for the other days that you're around, you have an opportunity to kind of hit the highlights that you want to go do again or things that you've missed or other experiences that you want to do. And it's different from Florida where park hopping in Florida, you have to be incredibly intentional about. You're looking at, a 20 to 30 minute, transit minimum between parks versus walking like 1,000 feet across a courtyard from one gate to the other. Like it's actually doable to, do a couple rides in one park, hop over, do a couple rides and lunch in the other. And like, you're just bouncing back and forth and it's not inordinately insane in California. So, but if you're just there for 2 days and it's your first time there, I wouldn't do a park hopper. I don't think you missed out on anything. And I think the same goes for Florida. If it's your first time and it's your one time being there or your first time being there, I don't necessarily think you need to do park hopping because it's just a level of, especially with young kids with, a 5 or especially like a 2.5 or 2-year-old. Like I wouldn't park hop unless it's going to be an intentional thing where you're going to like do a morning up till nap time in one park and then have an opportunity to go do a thing after some resort downtime and maybe some pool and a nap, then go do an evening in another park. But for most of us mere mortals, I think a single park and a single day in Florida, if it's your first time or limited time, that's the right way to play it. So,
Well, and the nice thing about the Disneyland parks is there are a lot of rides in each one of the parks, like a lot. Disneyland itself has so many, so many to choose from. I know California Adventure, they've got construction going on, so there's some stuff either down or about to be down pretty soon. Is that true? Now I'm second guessing myself with that.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
We'll say yes.
We'll
it's
say
not
yes.
like we've ever been wrong on the podcast before.
No, never.
So So what was your first impression? You get to the Esplanade, you get to the Anaheim area around the parks. Like it's very different from the massive, multi-mile like bubble that that Florida is. What did you think? What was your first impression of the area, and then going over to towards the parks?
I liked that it was walkable from our hotel, and that our
Yeah.
hotel didn't, cost a lot. It didn't necessarily feel like the same kind of vacation that we did when we went to Disney World and stayed at Pop Century. But like when our friends dropped us off at the hotel the night before, we could go out and get fast food, something quick and cheap instead of having to go pay $20 for a hot dog at the resort.
Yeah.
So I did like that. My kids did not, because we couldn't get on the Skyliner to go to the park, and that kind of confused them because that was their favorite ride from Disney World.
Oh, that's right.
But also being from Texas, it was awesome because we didn't have to wake up early. I actually got to sleep in and still be there, since we're 2 hours ahead of time
Yeah.
of that time zone. The kids got to sleep in. We were all fresh, and we were accidentally rope dropped. Like, we didn't even mean to. We just kind of got up and left, and we're like, why is everybody standing around here? Oh, the rides aren't even open yet, right? So that was pretty nice.
Yeah, as East Coasters, we don't have that problem.
No.
West Coasters.
Yeah, sorry, as West Coasters. Wherever we are. When we're on the East Coast, my brain today. Wow. We have had the best intentions of rope dropping several times.
It just doesn't work out.
Even in California. Look, it's just not happening.
I never really wanted to with the kids. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to get that 2-year-old going. But like I said, we just walked in and we're like, oh man.
You have the atypical 2-year-old, because most
Right.
young kids are like up early and let's go. But if you have one that sleeps in, like, more power to you.
That's awesome.
Well, you mentioned something earlier that we don't ever do anymore, and that's nap time. Napped in
At
about a
2
year.
or almost 3, you're out of naps.
He stopped napping last summer for me. When I take him to school, he naps. So today he went to school and
Yeah.
napped, and that's why we were having a very late night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, every kid's different.
Yep.
Of what they do. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll hold you in my prayers tonight.
Appreciate it.
One of our favorite questions is, what did you think of the castle compared to the one in Florida?
What castle?
It's there. It's so cute.
It's the little
Yeah, that
double
is
wide
tiny.
that's at the hub.
We kind of bypassed it this time, actually. We didn't spend a whole lot of time on it.
Yeah.
Since we rope dropped, we went straight for some rides, and we kind of never slowed down the whole day. So
Awesome. What
What
were some
was-
of the ride highlights?
Yeah. Before highlights, like, what was your first thing? Okay, this is our first time in Disneyland. We're unintentionally rope dropping. Like, where did you head to? What was first up?
So if you remember from last time, my kids got very into Star Wars.
Yeah.
So we headed straight for Star Wars, the Star Wars area, kind of with the intention to go hit up Rise of the Resistance, because we didn't ride that last time because I don't think the kids were tall enough.
Okay.
We rode the Millennium Falcon ride last time, and my wife got sick. So I kind of assumed they were the same type
Yep.
of ride.
Yep.
But we still wanted to go.
Yeah.
And even though we rope dropped, we went, and that line was still so far back, but we also didn't know the area very well. So like
Right.
my family got in line. They sent me ahead to scout. We realized that the line hadn't even opened yet. So we stayed in line. And I had measured my kids with my phone before we went, because I wanted to know what
Right.
rides we could actually ride.
Yeah.
And my phone was way off because my 2-year-old still couldn't ride it. So we went through and got that. So they pulled my wife and the youngest out and gave her the swap,
The parent
rider
swap.
swap.
The rider swap.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And so me and my oldest and I went and stayed in line because we thought we'd get through pretty quick. And I think right when we got to the front, it shut down again. Oh, no. And they were saying, they gave the announcement, like, you can stay and wait. So we don't know how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I asked him, and he's like, "No, I don't want to stay here." So we, left the ride.
Yeah.
Which luckily, that ride was shut down for about 4 or 5 hours that day.
Wow.
So I think
Wow.
we pulled a good choice there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they had. I was told they had just opened that ride back up for the year, like 2 or 3 days beforehand. So it
Yeah,
had
I
been shut
think
down
they
all January.
they had done the first major refurb cycle on that ride since it had really opened. Well, other than being shut down in California for like a year plus with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was its first major rehab, and yeah, interesting. That's unfortunate that they're still struggling to keep it up. Did you get a redemption pass at all for it?
They wouldn't let us, like, they just said you could get out of line or stay in line. Like, there was no redemption pass that
Oh.
we were told about. Maybe they announced it,
Interesting.
I just couldn't hear.
Huh?
But since we had gotten the rider swap,
Yeah.
when it opened later, we went back and asked and told them the situation, and they were just like, "Oh, sorry, you can only use one rider swap. Like, we couldn't redo a rider swap off of a rider swap or something like that."
Huh?
So my wife volunteered me and the oldest to go ride. So she like sacrificed herself. She didn't get to ride it at all.
Oh, so they let you write in with as a result of the rider swap.
Hmm.
That's it's interesting that they didn't give you a redemption pass because typically that's what they would do.
Like they usually have a cast member stationed
At
like
the
as
exit.
you're leaving. Or,
Yeah. Huh.
Nobody was
Interesting.
there. Nobody told us about it. So
Yeah. So you finally were able to get on with at least you and the 5-year-old. Like, what did you guys think?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It wasn't as great as I expected since the line at both places I'd been to is always so long and they
Yeah.
charge extra for the lightning
Yeah.
lane. But it was fun. It was a good ride, and I really enjoyed that type of ride because we didn't do any of those at Disney World either.
Yeah.
We had missed Mickey's Runaway
Okay.
Railroad.
Runaway Railway. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. My son was really into it, but I think the drop kind of scared him a little bit.
Yeah.
So he was like, "No, I'm good. I don't want to ride it again." He was happy to see Kylo Ren and BB-8 and all the
Nice.
characters and stuff.
What were some of your other ride highlights?
Ride highlights. I would say Mickey's Railway.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Um, it was kind of a strange day that I don't feel like we really got a whole lot of rides in. We tried. We did Lightning Lane this time, which we didn't do at Disney World.
Yeah.
But I felt like it was so chaotic trying to navigate two places with the kids while one of us is trying to figure out what the next ride is. And we didn't know all the rides, so we didn't even
Yeah.
know if we're booking rides that only, the adults could ride or, if the kids would be able to fit on it. But we did do, what is it, the Chippendales Gadget Coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really fun. All of us, I think,
That's a
really
cute
liked
little-
that one.
Yeah.
We did the train. I guess we got in a lot more towards the end, but those are the two highlights. The Rise of the Resistance, Mickey's, Chippendales. I just thought of one other one. Oh, we did end up riding the Smuggler's Run again on the Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
And my youngest was tall enough to ride that one. So we
Oh,
all
cool.
went in as a family. The kids were not good at what they were doing. Like, we made sure they weren't pilots. They were gunners and pushing buttons. My wife went, but she didn't pay attention to the screen, so she didn't get sick this time that much. But my youngest, anytime he sees the Millennium Falcon now, he's like, "Hey, we flew that. I flew the Falcon. We flew that." So that was pretty cool that it's, a lasting memory that he has.
Yeah.
How busy was it in the parks?
Oh my gosh. The first day, it wasn't too bad in the morning, but right around noon and lunchtime, I don't think I've ever been anywhere as crowded as Disney was. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't necessarily a holiday or anything, but I heard that it was like record attendance and
Wow.
Huh. When
Interesting.
when were you there?
uh, right after Valentine's Day. So the 15th, 16th.
Got it. I'm trying to think
Is
what.
that President's?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
it was
midwinter break?
Yeah,
President's Day was that
yes.
Monday.
Yeah.
That was
We-
that was a lot of the. You probably were with most of our neighbors from here in Washington and other places, because it's pretty common that our schools have that week off of President's Day for a midwinter break, where it's at least on most years been raining for 67 days straight, and people are in desperate need for either a ski vacation or something that's warm into the sunshine, and so. Yeah,
Kind of ironic that it was rainy though
Yes.
in California. Yeah.
Yeah, our friend said it hadn't rained in like 3 months, and then
Yeah.
we got a full day of it on
Aw.
on that second day. But the crowds that day, we were terrible at planning out where we were going. We zigzagged a bunch, but I remember at one point trying to push that double stroller through the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to compare it to, but it felt like zombies were all around me and the crowd was just kind of partying as I was going. But
Yeah.
I felt awful trying to maneuver that big stroller, but there was no way we could do it without.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a
pushing
lot
things
of
around.
pain points just walking around in Disneyland Park.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of very, I don't know, just
There's
odd
pinch points.
Yeah, there's pinch
it's-
points. Yeah.
It's just, it's not. Yeah, it's not ideal. Florida is much better, much more wide open. But then again, they had all the space in the world. Well, not literally, but they had a ton of room to work with. And so they didn't have to jam everything into, effectively the size of a few city blocks.
Yeah.
Of course, at the time, it was, a few rows of oranges. But, you get my point.
Right.
Did you guys just get to see any shows or parades or anything?
Not at Disney, but thank goodness they had some going on at California Adventure, because that
Yeah.
did save us towards the day, end of the day there. We went to the Talk Turtle with Crush, I think, or
Yeah.
Turtle Talk? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Turtle
always fun.
that one was great. The kids loved it.
Awesome.
And then we did the live Mickey's Clubhouse.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
My kids, after being cranky and grumpy all day in the rain, jumped up and danced. And were running all over the place, so they loved it.
Those are fun. Like is that Disney Junior Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or
Mhm.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of years since we've had that on in our household.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's a Clubhouse and Funhouse, but I don't
Oh,
know which one's more current and which one's not. It's pretty much the exact same animation, it seems like.
Yeah.
But one's newer.
I would say I think Funhouse is newer, because it was definitely Clubhouse when we had kids of that age.
Oh yeah, I've got the jingle running through my head right now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yep.
Sorry. Anyhow, moving on. How about food over in the Disneyland, the OG park there? What did you think? I mean, typically the food in California is way better than it is in Florida.
The churro was definitely better.
Yes.
Definitely had a little snap to it, which wasn't there in the
Yeah.
Florida one. Once again, the food was kind of something I really wanted to accomplish, but
Yeah.
the kids kind of stole it from me. I really wanted
Jarrett,
to try.
we need to talk to you about a Disney adult trip sometime.
I'm game, man. I'm game. I can find somebody to watch these kids. But also, I'm looking forward to doing it with them as they're getting older and not just
Yeah.
eating chicken
Yeah.
strips and pizza and stuff.
Yep.
I did have a breakfast Ronto wrap, which I thought was pretty good.
That's my
I heard
go-to
that.
in the morning.
Yeah. Why do they not have cold brew in the morning, though? I was dying for some coffee. And they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have that till the afternoon.
Oh, really?
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
We don't drink coffee.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
That's not something we would ever notice.
Yep.
No, well, that's what they told me, and I was very let down. And one of my goals was to get a cold brew from any of the hyped up ones. I wanted to try
Yeah.
some. Didn't get a single one.
Interesting.
But our lunch at the park was pretty good. It was pizza, chicken,
Kid friendly.
kid
Yes.
friendly.
Yeah. Puffy
It was
pizza.
tasty.
Yeah. Yay.
Oh, and I do have kind of a complaint.
Okay.
We bought a popcorn bucket on our cruise.
Yeah.
We used it at Florida. We even found a popcorn bucket at a resale shop here for like $2 that we bought just to take with us on this trip.
Yeah.
And they don't let you pay for refills unless you have a magic key?
Oh,
Really?
But, that's what they told us. And then they saw how, like, we just ordered one and they ended up filling both of them up for us. It's on the house, the Disney magic. But I don't understand why they don't offer that
interesting.
same thing in California.
The only thing I can think of is it is the difference between Florida and California. They don't operate the same. And for the most part, Disneyland in California is a locals park. Whereas in Florida, it is, for the most part, folks who are traveling to Florida and they're there for however long, and then they're not back for a year or 2 years or 5 years or ever. And so
Right.
they're probably financially, they're thinking like, well, we can't have locals who are coming in and just, pounding down the popcorn for dirt cheap, because I
Without
guess there's a run
year
on
pass?
popcorn's expensive. I don't know.
I don't know. We were very shocked, but we were also very thankful for the popcorn vendor that, still allowed us
Yeah.
to make it happen.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
we said, maybe everybody in California, since the movies, they'll just go and
guess.
take it to the movies.
That's interesting. I don't remember that. Well, we
We don't
typically don't do a popcorn
popcorn.
bucket. Yeah. All right.
Maybe
Well,
we'll
have
get some in the evening.
we'll have to try this for science.
Yeah. Or when we do get popcorn buckets, it's not the regular bucket kind, but like the fancy ones that we use as decor.
Right. It's a Mickey Mouse Nutcracker or something like that. That I don't actually want popcorn in this.
Hatbox Ghost. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all things considered, what was your favorite land that you went to at Disneyland Park?
Star Wars was awesome again,
Yeah.
even though it was kind of small. But the kids this time, like, we've watched all the movies since we had gone last time. The kids were into all the shows. They've been reading all the books at night. And then, like I mentioned, my son dressed up as Boba Fett and went. And so we had a bunch of good character interactions
Yes.
with the Star Wars characters. And when they would see my son, they would do something special and react. But when we met Boba Fett, he saw my son and like grabbed his by the hand and took him around the market area,
Aw.
stationed him up, and took pictures with him that they gave us. They didn't charge us for him; they sent it to us for free,
Oh, wow.
which made that super special.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's still a lot of magic to be had, from whether it's popcorn buckets or it's Boba Fett and the PhotoPass folks hooking you up. That's pretty special, and
Yeah.
and we always love what the cast members do for folks. They're really where the magic lies.
Yep. And the
Agreed.
character interactions at Disneyland are just so much better because you have the characters roaming around a lot
Yeah.
more freely than you do in Florida. And I mean, yeah, just that interaction with Boba Fett is amazing. I think
Yeah.
we had like the Mad Hatter glommed onto Sterling one of our visits and just had a full on ridiculous conversation with him.
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's what makes it special.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. Even though it was a rainy day adventure, how was Disney's California adventure?
Hated it, but mostly because of the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son didn't want to do the Cars ride, the big one. I can't remember what.
Radiator
name
Springs
of it.
Racers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought that he was going to love that one,
Yeah.
but he didn't even want to try to ride it. I expected that we'd be able to spend more time in like the Avengers section,
Yeah.
meet some of the Avengers, but because of the rain, I think most of the character things got canceled anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were just trying to duck for cover most of the time.
Yeah. Did you get a chance over in Radiator Springs to look at like Mater's Junkyard Jamboree or?
We did ride that one a couple of times.
Nice.
Because the lines were very short with the rain.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad to start the morning, and so I thought we might look out. So we rode that. We walked around, that area, and the kids were like, "There's that. There's the cones." And, they loved that part of it. We rode the Spider-Man web slingers.
Yeah,
Kids really loved that one. I was really impressed with that one too. And then we went across the bridge to like the carnival area. Like, I don't know how to
Pixar
describe
Pier,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, the Pixar Pier. And it's when it kind of just started coming down. So we didn't really get to explore much. We thought we'd have a break at lunch, but there was nowhere to sit that was indoors.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was kind of a miserable place to be with the weather being how it was. And there was no real reprieve until, the show, or if we could find a ride inside that the kids were tall enough for.
Yeah.
So I think we jumped on the Monsters Inc. ride, which I heard was shutting down, and it's not shutting down until next year now.
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah. There's much
some point,
speculation and controversy. Not controversy. In theory, that's where they're going to take that and turn it into an Avatar land, or not a land, but a huge ride in there. Like
That's gonna be a land.
They're not re-theming that ride. They are demolishing like a whole section there, and supposedly doing. I think it's Avatar. Is it Fire and Ash?
Yeah,
I think it's Fire and Ash.
The newest one. Yeah,
yeah. That they were going to do a big thing on, and then they've put a pin in that. And we've heard there's rumors. There's rumors flying around. They've definitely put a pin in it because they initially the Monsters Inc. ride was going to go down like early this year.
Yeah.
And now it's going to stay open through all of 2026.
Yeah.
And potentially go down early next year. And there is rumor out there that instead of Avatar, they are going to do something from Zootopia World, or the world of universe of Zootopia. So
that change remains to be seen, though.
Yes.
Still rumor and speculation at this point.
Very much.
I would love to see Zootopia.
Yes.
Same.
Agreed.
I've seen the first Avatar movie, and that's it. I realize they are extremely popular.
Not in this house, though.
But I don't think it's a draw to go to a theme park. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I also think it has to come down to they have this multi-billion-dollar franchise in Zootopia
and Avatar.
Well, but Disney doesn't own Avatar. That is a licensing deal with James Cameron. And at a certain level, some bean counter is going to go, we have a very successful franchise over here in Zootopia. We have an amazing Zootopia-based ride that's already in Shanghai. We could just, copy and paste that and put it in California and not have to pay external licensing.
Yeah.
So
who knows?
Who knows?
Well, if anybody from Disney is listening, my vote would be Zootopia.
I think there's 3 votes on this call for Zootopia.
I definitely think I need a do-over.
Yeah,
for California
that
Adventure.
part.
Yeah.
Because I think we ended up leaving at like 2 because we were cold and wet and tired and grumpy. We just went to the hotel room and dried off and sat around for a while because it rained until like 6 or 7 o'clock that night.
Did you get any rides while you were there other than the Junkyard Jamboree?
Junkyard Jamboree, web slingers, and I don't know why we did this, but we did the Ferris wheel, and that's where.
Which one? Which?
The stationary or the moving one?
The stationary one. We wanted to do the moving one, but we got on the wrong one. But as soon as we got up high is when it really started to come down too.
Oh, no.
And so it was just not a good situation.
Yeah.
We did do, I think, the merry-go-round and
Jesse's Carousel, I think is what that is. Yeah.
And then we did one other one, but I can't remember. It was like a smaller kids ride that just went, like did a circle or something in that same area.
Maybe Emotional Whirlwind? Possibly?
I don't think maybe.
Okay. There's a fair amount of them over there.
Yeah. Well, You definitely need to do all the park experiences again, like both coasts when you don't have, a toddler.
Yeah, when they're a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully when it's not raining in California, because it is unlike in Florida where they plan for stuff to just not be available because of rain, and so they design things around that. I mean, there's some outside things that close down, but like they're just prepared for that. Not so much in California.
No.
Not so much in California. Did you have any food opportunities over there in DCA?
So the lunch we got was it was like a Mexican restaurant. I remember I had tacos. My wife had the birria tacos.
Okay.
It was good. They were pretty good.
Yeah.
Not good enough to make us feel good in the rain. Everybody was cramped under like one little awning. That it was tough. I will say it was tough.
Yeah.
The gods weren't shining down on you.
No.
All right. Well, we have some questions to the best of your ability. You've been to Disney World, you've been to Disneyland in similar situations, young kids and things going a little bit sideways for both trips, from weather, from kids and kids being kids, all sorts of fun stuff. So while they haven't been perhaps ideal trips, I think you've had a kind of a fair comparison between what's in Florida and what's in California. In your opinion, at least for right now today, between Disney World and Disneyland, which destination do you think has the best rides?
Ooh, best rides?
Yeah.
I want to say California, but maybe just because I rode more. Because, my kids were a little bit taller. We could ride a few more things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the Barnstormer in Florida, we rode that about 6 times because there was no line and it was a good ride.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to do that anywhere in California.
Yeah. There is one of those in
It's the
California
Ga- yeah.
Adventure.
It's a Gadget Go
Right.
coaster. Wait.
No,
What's the one
it's
in-
Goofy's Sky School.
Oh gosh, no, that is terror on rails.
Well, it is if you're an adult. If you're a kid, it's fine. But adults need these things called banked turns.
I think that's a little higher level than the Barnstormer or Go Coaster.
Okay, fair enough.
I think. Yeah.
Fair enough. I just know that I am thankful that I am big enough that I don't fit on that ride, and I have no intention of ever trying again, even though I've gotten smaller. I've written that ride off in my head. Yeah.
That is a terrifying ride for me. I don't know why.
I would go do Autopia again before I ever
that
got
one.
on Goofy Sky School. And I don't fit in the cars.
Which destination has the best food?
I'm not the right person to ask. So it's chicken nuggets. I'll say the Disney cruise had the best chicken strips, though.
Oh, there you go.
Agreed. Yep.
Nice. The third option. You found the third way. Good job. All right. Between the two, or I guess the three, which has the best entertainment?
I might say World on this one.
Okay.
Just because there's so much more to do. And then, like at the resort, things were happening as well. It wasn't just a hotel that you go back to.
Yeah.
There was marshmallow roasting and all that, and giant pools and things going on. So I think for kids people with kids my age, World would probably have more things for them to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you get to hit Pirates or Haunted Mansion at all?
Since we did it at Disney World, we didn't try to do it at Disneyland.
Okay.
We didn't repeat. I think the only thing we repeated was Smuggler's Run.
Okay. I would say for future trips, you do need to do Pirates of the Caribbean in Disneyland. It is different. Better. It is much longer.
Better. Yeah. It's got another 2 or 3 show scenes in it.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like 12 minutes versus like 5 or 6 or something like it's dramatically different and better. I mean, there's some stuff's very similar, but yeah. And I would even say like Small World. Just hear me out. They've added in a very, very well done way. They've added characters into the country scenes in Small World in California, and they're done in the same like Mary Blair doll style, but they're very clearly like Disney characters. And they really lean into California, especially in the holidays, like seasonal theming of some of those things in those scenes. And it's better. And the exterior of Small World,
It's gorgeous.
It's night and day. The one in California is way better.
I don't think I could bring myself to hear the song again.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
I just turn off my hearing aids and everything's great.
That works too. Yeah. Is there anything that you'd want to take from Florida and implement in California?
Ooh. I would say, like, since my kids love the Skyliner and the way to get around, I would like that, but it wasn't difficult walking. It just wasn't as exciting. However, we did ride the monorail and the railroad train that goes around. I don't remember the name of that one either. So we kind of got a little bit of the feel of the Skyliner, but still, that Skyliner is so unique and entertaining for these kids that I wish something like that was in California.
Way back in the day, they had something like that. They actually had sky buckets going through the Matterhorn.
Yep. They had that in Florida too, in Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Of course, with the size of the Skyliner nowadays, if you took that footprint and put it in California, you'd probably get from like the Disneyland Resort to John Wayne Airport. Like, actually, there's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And then how about conversely, is there anything that you saw in Anaheim, whether you did it or not, that you would love to see added to Orlando?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I wasn't prepared.
Gotcha.
You did get me. I mean, there's no way to replicate it, but just the ease of getting between the parks would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not necessarily hard the way they have it in Florida, but it's longer.
Yeah.
I mean, you jump on a bus or a Skyliner or whatever.
Right.
But
Right.
You can't just walk across the street.
Yeah. If there was some way to like fold space time and let you get between all the places in
Where's
Florida,
my teleporter?
Exactly.
Yes, that's what we need.
Exactly. Unfortunately, that's Star Trek and not Star Wars, and they decided not to buy that. So,
Give them time. They'll own it all.
although they did a partnership with BBC for Doctor Who, so maybe we can figure something out.
I think that's done.
Yeah. I know. I'm trying to think positive here.
Was there anything that we didn't touch on that you want to talk about this trip?
If you are in a similar situation to me with young kids and you're going, I try to answer the question when I see it online a lot. Like, some people are like, are my kids even going to remember it at 2? And mine definitely have. Like, whenever we hit a bumpy road and we're, bouncing around, my youngest is always like, Slinky Dog. And my oldest goes, Space Mountain. And then they fight about which one it is. Or like when my youngest sees a Millennium Falcon, he's always like, we flew that. Like, it is memorable. I definitely think that they're not too young to go and remember some of those things. But also be kind to yourself, because they're going to have meltdowns. They're going to do things you don't want them to do. The first day, even though like we had fun, I remember it like maybe 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I was like, I'm never doing this again. Like, I hate this. Like, I can't get the kids to do anything. Like, they're not listening. They're touching every trash can and trying to lick every chain. I'm just like, why are y'all doing this? Like, and I overreacted a few times that I can see now, but in the heat of the moment,
Sure.
you're just like, why are you licking the chain? I've told you 10 times not to lick a chain.
Mostly because you said not to.
It's true, but I don't know any other way to say it. Like I tried 10 other ways.
Yeah.
But be kind to yourself because
Yeah.
everybody's under stress in these situations, even though it's the happiest place on earth. Everyone's trying to do what they want to do. We didn't really touch on it, but when we went to the Toontown section,
Yeah.
and they have that park where the kids can run around and stuff.
Yes.
My kids had a blast there. They stayed
That's
for like
awesome.
an hour just, doing the slide and doing all that
nice.
stuff. And they had freedom to pick things a little bit easier.
Yep.
Yep. That's a great area.
It's a great area, and that was recently redone 2 years ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, fairly recently, that whole thing was refurbished and rebuilt, and it is a magical destination for families like you guys because it is really built for like, okay, kids, have at it, go have fun. I'll be sitting here in the grass or fake grass, enjoying some pseudo downtime and ensuring you don't like try to run out of the park.
Yeah.
And just that walk into Toontown, like how you see the horizon and it's cartoonish and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I was amazed with how, they did some of that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The forced perspective and just the little bubbles that they built where you can't see anything else but just that area.
Yeah.
Disney is really great at doing that.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got cruises, we've got Disney World, we've got Disneyland. For you and your family, what's next?
Well, we talked about doing a cruise, but we definitely haven't booked it. And when I looked, everything left was like Christmas or 14 days, which we can't do.
Yeah.
So we're not really sure yet. We might hit up another park again. We might try to hit a cruise that's not going out of Galveston, but that's just going to add on some cost. But we had a lot of families asking if they could go with us the next time we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
That live around here by us, so it would be hard to get everybody to travel to Florida or California to get on a boat.
Sure.
But also in the back of my mind is the Hawaii property and
We love Aulani. We'll be there again this year for New Year's Eve. Very much looking forward to that.
that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, I think if you'll listen to a little advice from, at least for me, I would say for your next trip or two, probably cruise is right for you. Let your youngest get into the 7-ish range and then hit the parks again, and you will have a completely different experience. And it will be absolutely magical because then you'll have like 7 and 10. And the 10-year-old won't be like too old to be too cool for school. Like they will still love the magic of the characters and the immersion and all the rest of that stuff. And the 7-year-old will just eat all that up. Like that is I don't throw any cast any shade on people who bring like infants or 1-year-old or 2-year-old or 3-year-old like to the parks. Like it is great. You are making some memories for them. You're making a lot of memories for you, and set your expectations accordingly. But I think the magic like age range for parks trips are in that like 7 to 12-year-old range. It's just like all the magic. And then they become teenagers and then they're too cool for school again and then whatever. But that's different. You've got some time before you need to worry about that one.
Well, your eldest is 5.
Yes.
I think even having your youngest be that age, they'll still get a ton out of it. I think any age, there's different pros and cons.
Yep.
And kids will love it no matter what. And there'll be memories no matter what.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then when they get to that, 7 to 10 that you were talking about, they can do really good bread reviews.
Yes.
We'll have to do that again when we're in Disneyland.
Yep,
That's going to now be the thing on our trips. I guess we have to do bread reviews.
Yep.
All right. Have to do that from Napa Rose.
Is Sterling going to Napa Rose with us?
No, Sterling's not going with us on date night to Napa Rose.
Okay.
That's our anniversary dinner.
He can do a different fancy dinner bread review.
Sure. We'll see what we can do.
No, we can't. Okay, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Hey, maybe it'll be a Baymax baguette roll thing or sourdough roll from
There you go. We can do that.
San
California
Francisco.
Adventure. Yeah, San Francisco.
Yeah. We'll plan. Jarrett, it was so great to have you on again. Thank you so much for reaching out. We really appreciate it. It was great to catch up.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate it. Like I said, every time I know that you guys are going on the Magic, I feel like y'all are like right there. We could go hang out.
I know.
Take
next
you guys
time,
get some chips and salsa.
Scouts honor. Next
Yes.
time that we are doing a trip out of Galveston in that area, we will
reach out.
Reach out. When that is, I am not going to put any money on, but next time we're there.
And if I head up to see my family in Seattle, I'll let you know.
Yes.
Perfect.
Well, thanks again, Jarrett. It was amazing talking to you and hearing about your trip. And we are hoping next time you go on a Disney trip, it will be absolutely amazing.
Yes. Here's
No
two amazing
rain.
trips.
No, yes.
No rain, no meltdowns.
No meltdowns.
Just pure Disney magic and bliss. Well, speaking of magic and bliss, we're not affiliated with Disney or their subsidiaries. These are our and our guests' personal opinions and suggestions based on our own experiences. Just remember, though, we are affiliated with fun, snacks, and questionable decisions.
And rain.
And rain, yes.
We recommend working with a travel agent or contacting Disney directly to plan your own perfect vacation.
If you have questions or suggestions or would like to be interviewed on our show, just like Jarrett, you can reach out to us at podcast@ourmousecapades.com. We'd love to have you on.
Please take a moment, give us a rating and review. It really helps us out and helps other Disney fans find us.
Indeed. And you can follow us on socials. We're at Our Mousecapades on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. And we're over on YouTube too. Please share us with your friends, your family, and that one coworker who still thinks FastPass is a thing.
Thank you for listening. We'll be in your ears next week.
Thank you for flying Star Tours. Bye-bye.